left-handed affair. Be interesting to see how Trump goes on. Obviously, first match in a couple of months, 3 on the spin. Amazing thing about that, Stephen Allworth with me. The amazing thing about that, Stephen, he did. That's not taking anything away from Mark's performance, but Trump was poor that day. But the overall head-to-head does.
Judd as a whole, didn't it? 10-4 to Mark. It's not very often. That was a bit of a battering, really, wasn't it, for Judd? It's not.
What?
Season in a place like this is a big event. The best players in the world. This is what they all want to win. These sort of tournaments that involve the best players.
Big names in the game. So it's going to inspire the best.
4.
We saw the.
Yeah, it looked like a nightclub at one point. The strobe lights were going and everything. You don't, not so, because these guys are superstars. Let's have it right. They're some of the best players with. Next colour. He's got the plan, but he's lost the cue ball.
Well, competitive arena. Because Williams has had a match already. He's lost the cue ball here, though.
What?
In a big way.
Mark Williams, what?
Yeah, and you look at Judd's consistency throughout the whole of the last campaign. It wasn't just the 5 tournament wins. And, that takes its toll over the course of a season. And I just wonder if that, played a part in his disappointment after the season that Judd had. He probably would have expected a deeper run in the Worlds.
10.
Got to float this in. Played a little holding cannon off the
Significant in this frame. Trump had missed that tricky blue when he'd been in first.
Yeah, and we often talk about how him 2-1 up, didn't he? And made an error on the yellow and pretty much sat in his chair for the rest of the match.
Yeah, just think. The small mistakes that Williams made yesterday that he wasn't going to be looking to cut out, because he's well aware, of course, that Trump.
38.
Judd Trump, 3 times runner-up in the Shanghai Masters.
Box to tick for one of them.
Yeah, I think this tournament, it is like the Masters in as much as it's a bit of a. So if you win it, it's a sign to everyone else of how well you're feeling, how well you're playing.
54.
O'Sullivan has. Well, it's early season, we can forgive him for.
Fully expected him to flick the red out there. Oh, he's got it anyway.
It started already. The naughty snooks.
It's what we all love.
$65.
On his side as early as possible. Just
68.
loosening up a fraction here. Been a pretty good opening frame for him. He'll be quite happy with how it's gone.
Yeah, the first of many frames, of course, he's going to win this season. It went wrong immediately.
Yeah, and of course, just looking back, the flick of a button, but it can be quite difficult as a player to know, if you've come through a game that you've just battled through, you maybe don't feel like your form is quite there. It can be difficult at times.
Yeah, I think as well, Trump is wary of him because, there are a few better shot.
Up into the balk area, so it's just going to be tapping into the reds for the time being.
Foul, and
Eddie, and I never seem to win them either, which I think is the reason why I don't like them. So, well, he's decided to try and jack the cue ball up, the cue up, and get the cue ball back to the top.
One.
Off 1,000 for his career. Because John Higgins is 2 away.
As you say, just 20 off the 1,000 century. That
9.
That just seems incredible. The world at his feet, I suppose. Already achieved so much in the game, but the mindset that...
But they're all still very much at the top. If we go back 2 years to the World Championship, the semi-finals, it was for them. He's having to battle the players of his own generation and the new players coming through.
Sort of seeing those guys growing up himself, you know, looking at that as the pinnacle,
21.
that's the level he needs to get to, and bringing one another on, it's incredible, and that's why the standard is just increasing all the time.
$26. $31.
Down the bulk end.
Yeah, you talk about fractions in this game, and he was a fraction away from
the
perfect cannon there. He's just caught the pink. And in it goes.
What?
So worrying signs so far from Mark Williams for me. He's played a couple of loose shots so far in the...
No, yeah.
6.
Nicely on this red there. You can see the 2 reds closest together. I think the bottom one of the 2 will pass to this left corner pocket. Has opened the other. 55 points to the good now. He's a couple of reds away from securing the second frame. Been one of the best players we've ever seen to pick up a snooker cue. But as is this man, Judd Trump.
About these little errors, because they're looking like big errors
26.
right now. Trump, like everybody, really is a confidence player. If he gets his confidence up, he's pretty unstoppable. And he, like this table, playing some nice stuff already.
32. $37.
$28 Trump, 26 Williams. Of course, this isn't a
46.
ranking tournament. Overall pro titles, Trump 39, Williams 35. Some big numbers.
The Trump 52.
So Judd Trump on top early on. Remember, it's best of 11. There's a long 2-0 then to Judd Trump here in Shanghai. Best of 11 to play Si Jia in the quarterfinals. He was very impressive.
One.
In fact, his left hand on table for Judd, and he's eyeing up this long red. And he doesn't miss them.
What?
Well, you leave hand on table for this man, and quite often you find the ball crashing into the back of the leather. Now you can see the black does pass
7.
these 2 red, possibly just play for the one directly above the black now, which then gives him access to the one. Table, looking for the problem balls as early as possible. Judd Trump there, completely aware the 2 reds around the black spot for him at the moment. But he's going to go into them at some stage.
23.
Both player anticipates. He was okay. You can see enough of that red to just straighten it up. Can just drop across onto that now.
$39.
For yourself.
46.
Yeah, and anyone that's ever played this game knows just how tough it is. And as you say, when you're there in the arena watching these top-class sports people compete.
52.
So that really poor safety shot from Mark Williams has been very to leave Mark only able to tie.
60.
Needs one more red after this. Into the reds here, Judd. And it hasn't worked out.
Your trump. 67.
A lot tougher than they are right now in terms of where they were.
And they're just trying to push a red towards the side cushion. He needs some insurance because, as you say, a chance they're all there for him. Attempt the red to left corner. Yeah, and in it goes. Very well played. A few moments ago, in the previous frame as well.
4.
You know, Judd's not really having to work too hard at the minute. He's just doing what's there, taking the balls that are in front of him.
Well, that
Your
shouldn't
trump
make any
6 in
difference.
frame.
He's well over the line. Yeah, Williams struggling. He's going to have to tighten up in all areas. Trump just getting too many. Well, we're just back underway here, frame 4, with Judd Trump leading Mark Williams 3-0. Trump snookered and going to hit the black.
In a race to 6. And that was a big misjudgment from Judd Trump because perfect on the black. So this the kind of chance Mark was hoping for. Chose against playing in the Championship League, the first event of the new campaign. Very busy campaign from last year. Mark Williams.
Matches. But obviously it's a very different event. And you know you've got to perform in this Shanghai Masters with the quality of the field.
Is on.
25.
There's a lot of pressure, but that's what these players
33.
live for. He played a part in this match so far.
Well, so far he's found
Oh wow, that is so good. What a shot. Yeah, and he's played that very well. Now what a chance. Yeah, he couldn't. He's got to take his medicine here. Play the black, but the professional in him is telling him the pink's the correct shot. As you say, 3-0 down. He couldn't afford to take that black on. Had he missed it, it'd have left the frame for Judd. Good nice break here in Shanghai. Still a possible 1-4-6 available. Current high break stands with Barry Hawkins at.
The main thing is it looks like he has won the frame, which he needed, and also to do it in one visit. Just sends a little message to Trump.
Still straight and see out this frame now. Try and stay on black for as long as possible because it wasn't off him. So you know it's a very good target to have, isn't it?
Eight.
Well, he's disappointed, obviously, not to go on and make the century. And So Judd Trump and Mark Williams back underway. A few too many errors in the first 3 frames. Just a question of coasting through. He's going to have to win 3 more frames, and he's going to have to stop his opponent. Straight away, Mark Williams with a terrific red there.
Yeah, that was so good because he had so much left-hand side on the cue ball there. He's been so unfortunate to find the...
On table 1.
Well, Judd was in trouble there, wasn't he? He was not an easy chance though. The black is tied up well. He's overcut the red, and that's amazing. I can't believe he's overcut that.
One. Purple.
To get the cue ball in behind the green and brown.
The champ 1.
And he's got it.
1.
But has he been unfortunate again? The pink won't pass. Oh, well, there was, and that's a great shot from Judd Trump. Now he's away. Straight forward.
8.
Nicely.
Matches that can last 3 days. Everyone has
11.
struggled there at some time. Last season, all the players that struggled kind of redeemed themselves in Sheffield. We'll see Karen Wilson tomorrow, of course, the champion.
Access to more pockets than the black. There's plenty of reds in open
18.
play for Judd to see out this clinging on.
Yeah, well, he had the chance, didn't he? But I mean,
25. $32. $39.
Get nicely on the pink.
46.
Yeah, he's played it pretty well. Either a glimmer of hope.
it's certainly massively gone up over the years.
53.
And it's key to the modern game, as players in the world do. The scoring ability is just incredible.
The game, and as a young man, basically just took everything on.
61.
And it was a...
Yeah, it's been a very nice visit to quite beautifully. This has been a really well constructed break.
68.
season here. So he ended on 79, which is still plenty. It's more than plenty, actually.
70.
Yeah, the season where we could see Judd himself
83.
in full stroke. There's just something about a left-handed player for me, both of these guys, when
87.
and again, I'll reiterate what I mentioned yesterday about the conditions here in Shanghai. They look fantastic.
90.
In years week so far has reflected that. There's been a lot of one visits this game.
94.
Every frame there's been a break over 50. Conditions are right. It encourages that because these guys are so good.
99.
Big frame to win. Mark Williams did have the chance. He overcut that red initially, and Judd Trump has done the rest.
Judd Trump. 112 on the frame.
Judd Trump. So he had to catch that very thin with a lot of right hand side, and he's done well there. Right hand side. Well, looks a natural angle. It's all about pace, this shot. Needs a good cue ball. Now is the yellow going to come to his rescue because his push cue ball looks to be heading into the reds. Yeah, and it was, so he's not on... Of course, this isn't the practice table, but the best players in the world, they don't often miss them. Of these two. A more difficult pot, but he's dealt with it nicely again.
7.
Final with Stephen Hendry. And won.
Really sort of highlights your cue ball control. You don't want that cue ball racing around the table because you can...
13.
It was only 155 grand though, so you know.
Didn't try and do a runner with it.
But
29.
Well, this is a glory. Reds as well. He's got options here. Yeah, chose to play the holding cannon. It looked like it couldn't really go wrong, and it hasn't.
alarm bell's literally ringing.
Again, though, Mark doing his best here to not let it distract him, because this is a key vision. His cue ball just let him down at times. He kept asking himself little questions with pots that were... Boys, the other table are at their interval, so there is movement across the other side of the arena. There's a lot of people watching Ding over there. But Mark's got a job to do here. He's got to stay in the zone, stay focused. Well, he stayed.
No, it's been a good visit. The blue early on was big, as you say.
Because surely if he gets to 5, he will have a chance at some point to see out the match.
Mark Williams 74 in the frame.
2 snookers needed. Trump's not...
Back. He's going to be going for this red. Well, he's missed it, and the red's gone into the pack. Now, what's the damage? To balk, chose against it, so just rolling up the red down the rail. It just feels like he's growing back into this game again.
What?
He was being phased out for quite a while in the early exchange. As well, which may pass. Oh, it's the plant, and he's got it. Oh, we might have to nickname Judd the Gardener soon.
Just finding a way back into this match.
Doesn't look to be a lot of room there, does there, for the black, so choosing against it.
6.
There are a few reds available for Judd, though. Well, he's had a right result there, because...
10.
it can be pretty colossal, can't it? This now a good scoring chance for Judd Trump.
$17.
Just to push a few more into play. Well, he played the cannon to the pink there and he's missed it, but he has.
$25.
Still plenty of work to be done for Judd. He needed to pop that and he hasn't. So just in the red to middle. He has opened a few more for Mark Williams. So what a chance for a counter attack. Four-two with a chance to make it 4-3 from that deficit. This is a huge visit to the table now for Mark Williams.
7.
Trying to recover with a double, which he's done brilliantly.
15.
Wow. Knocks the double in.
23.
Ooh, but then he misses that one.
Mark Williams, 23.
Wow. Well, he missed a pink early.
Mistake that is from Mark Williams at such a big time in the match.
1.
God, I can only assume he's just taken his eye off it. Yeah, Judd taking the chance there to go into the reds from the red. It looked positional shot to land on his red. And we could be looking at 5-2.
Unexpected miss on the pink.
14.
He now looks like he's going twice across here. Touch of side to try and straighten the cue ball up. He couldn't get close to these reds, so now this is missable.
Big frame. Yeah, very good.
21.
That was probably going to see him over the line in this frame.
Yes, it feels like the biggest frame so far because Williams did have his chance.
But 32.
Well, the referee seems to be struggling with a bit of a cold, but Judd Trump looking fit. The pink is bullied off the table.
Judge on 41.
It was the. Well, we saw a big 7th frame there. It was won by Judd Trump, so he leads 5-2.
Yeah, it's now or never, isn't it, for Mark Williams? Mark proved very costly. He has just been prone to that odd mistake, hasn't he, so far in this tournament? Mistakes today. Formed breaks of 72, 52, 67 and that 112.
What?
It's a pretty good performance to this match. Yeah, it's gone wrong. It looked natural that the cue ball was going to make contact.
Good grief. Well, you didn't know where to look there. There was a red heading towards the end.
That is a Judd Trump special, isn't it? Deary me. You can't account for that. That was outrageous. How good they are, but how much run they get as well.
10.
Well, the thing with flukes,
Yeah, and he'll sense that, won't he? He knows the opening match has had an effect on his mindset coming into this game because, as we say, he came through that game. It wasn't comfortable, but
he might be travelling home. He just fluked. He nearly fluked two actually, which would have just been rubbing it in, but it was bad enough that one went in.
he's just lacked that little bit of intensity. Even when he's been at the table, he's been, I know he's always quite odd mistake, which have proved very costly. But yeah, that opts the lot because it is probably going to be a frame and match winner.
Last ball of the match. Pretended the double, didn't it? It flew in a corner.
It was Shangai that going. The handshake was so stern.
42.
You get them going for you, you have them going against you. It's what you do with it. And so far, so good for
the missed pink from Williams in the last frame because that is what left them. So he has pulled away there.
Ronnie takes a dig at Mark Selby at the Saudi Arabia Snooker Championship.